What is the relationship between Elixir atoms, aliases, and modules? Hey, it's Mark at Alchemist.camp, where we learn Elixir and Phoenix, usually by building things, but today we're going to mess around in the terminal. So you can see before you is a module I've created called MathHelpers.Rational. It's for rational numbers, makes it easy to create them and do arithmetic with fractions. In order to create a new rational number here, I would normally have to type MathHelpers.Rational.new, something like that. But we can just alias MathHelpers.Rational, and now we can just type rational.new, like so. It's a bit more convenient, but there's more than it seems like going on here. So yes, by doing this alias, we can now type rational, and it's evaluated as MathHelpers.Rational. However, let's look at an Erlang module, which is kind of the simplest example. So we've got random. Random.uniform is a fairly useful function. Gets you a random number between 0 and 1. Now, what happens if we look up random in IEX? We'll see that the raw representation is random. Now, Elixir also has a random module, which is just random. So let's look at it. You can see its raw representation is elixir.random. So it's still an atom, but it's got Elixir in front of it. The reason for that is every Elixir module is auto-aliased. This random is the same thing as elixir.random. And similarly, my MathHelpers.Rational is the same thing as elixir.MathHelpers.Rational. And in fact, that is the same thing as the quoted string as an atom. So not every atom is a module, but every module is an atom. In fact, when you call a function dynamically, you just use that atom name of the module and the function as well, and a list of the arguments. It's called the MFA, the module function attribute syntax. So let's try a couple of those. Apply random uniform and no arguments. Now let's give it one argument. Now we're getting a random number up to 4. And that's the same thing as if we'd done random.uniform 4. We can do the same kind of apply for our module. So that would be elixir.mathhelpers.rational. Then the function name is new, and we'll give it 2 arguments, 21 and 3. So this is 21 thirds. And we can see that, that's annoying. So this is being interpreted as a character list, since the number 7 has an ASCII representation. So let's do IEX.configure, and what was that called? Inspect, I believe. And char lists as lists. There we go. Okay. If we apply elixir.mathhelpers.rational new with the arguments 21 and 3, that's the same thing as if we had just typed rational.new 21 and 3. So this whole thing is just syntactic sugar. So instead of typing all of that, we can just type rational, since I've aliased it. If I hadn't aliased it, we could type MathHelpers.Rational and the name of the function as an atom, and then the list of arguments. So hopefully this will help you when you're doing some debugging. You may see this kind of thing pop up. And now you know that modules are atoms. If you learned something from this Elixir tip, then go to my newsletter, type in your name, your email, and join. I'll send you summaries with links to my newest tutorials, articles, interviews, and projects. Of course, you can unsubscribe at any time. See you next time.